Did you know that the steak on your plate today is the result of thousands of years of history, experiments, mistakes, myths, and even legends? How did humans move from hunting wild cattle to creating the luxurious dry-aged steak that can cost hundreds of dollars today? Let's dive into the fascinating journey of how aged steaks were born. Our story begins thousands of years ago. In ancient times, people had no refrigerators, so they searched for ways to preserve meat. At first, they used salt, smoke, or drying in the sun. Legends say that even the ancient Egyptians noticed if a piece of meat was kept in a cool, dark place, it changed its texture and flavor, becoming softer and richer. They didn't call it steak yet, but they had discovered the first signs of what we today know as aging. The Greeks and Romans also left notes that certain cuts of meat tasted better after being rested in cellars. It wasn't science back then, it was pure intuition and survival. In medieval Europe, beef was not the most popular meat. Pork and poultry were cheaper and easier to raise. But the nobility preferred beef, and they noticed something strange. The meat from older animals, if stored properly in cold stone cellars, tasted more intense. Some even believed it was blessed by gods of the hunt. This gave rise to myths that the meat absorbed the spirit of the land while resting underground. Of course, what really happened was natural enzymatic aging. Fast forward to the 18th and 19th centuries in England. The word steak itself comes from the Old Norse steek, meaning to roast on a stick. In London gentlemen's clubs, beef became a true symbol of status. Chefs discovered that meat left to mature in cold rooms developed tenderness and unique flavors. This was the beginning of dry-aged beef as a culinary tradition. Today, aging is divided into two main methods. Dry aging. Beef is hung in special chambers with controlled humidity and temperature. Over weeks, sometimes even months, moisture evaporates, flavors concentrate, and enzymes tenderize the meat. The outer layer becomes hard and dark, but inside, pure magic. Wet aging, meat is vacuum sealed in plastic and aged in its own juices. It's faster, cheaper, and more common in supermarkets. Dry aging can take 21, 45, even 120 days. Each extra day means stronger flavor, nutty, buttery, almost like fine cheese. So which steaks are the cheapest and which are the most expensive? Most expensive. Wagyu beef from Japan, especially Kobe Wagyu, famous for its marbling, where fat is woven through the meat like white lace. Prices can reach $500 for a single steak. Olive Wagyu, cattle fed on olives in Japan, extremely rare and luxurious. Affordable cuts. Chuck, round, flank, tougher muscles with less marbling. Cheaper but with skillful cooking still delicious. Even within aging, wet-aged supermarket ribeye is much cheaper than a 60-day, dry-aged ribeye from a boutique butcher. Different countries have developed special breeds for steak production. Angus, Scotland, USA, famous for balance of marbling and flavor. Hereford, UK, slightly leaner, strong beefy taste. Wagyu, Japan, the king of marbling. Charolais, France, tender, fine-textured meat. Each breed gives a different texture, fat content, and flavor profile. Today, aged steak is more than food. It's a ritual. Chefs and butchers treat it like art. Some even experiment with aging beef in whiskey butter, miso, or even coffee. At the same time, scientists are working on lab-grown beef, which might one day be aged without ever having come from an animal. So now you know, every bite of steak carries centuries of history, from ancient caves to modern luxury restaurants. But here's the real question. Would you rather spend your money on the world's rarest $500 Wagyu steak, or enjoy a simple, humble cut that still connects us to thousands of years of tradition? What would you choose?